Chicago. He was there to visit the family of a State Department foreign officer who had been killed in Afghanistan. And he immediately began to reach out to the state and federal law enforcement for briefings. And we've learned that Carrie's daughter, Vanessa, who is a past marathoner herself and a doctor at a Boston hospital, is trying to make sure that family and friends are safe. And he noted earlier that this was one of the few Boston marathons that he had missed. It's been tradition for him to fire the starting gun in Hopkinton for the wheelchair competitors. We've seen that many, many times. But this time he was not here. As Secretary of State, he was out of town. Once again, the video you're looking at right now is of the first explosion, and you can hear just the terror, the sheer fear in people's voices as they are on the streets here, whether they're watching or whether they are running. I don't want to say there's mass pandemonium, but clearly there was, rightfully so, major concern.
And as we look at the different video from each angle, we begin to, you see the same picture. You see a low, well-coordinated explosion. You can see how it shot out from underneath. This is the officials climbing fences, looking to A, help people, and B, at the same moment, you have a keen eye focused on who might be acting suspiciously, who might be acting questionably. So you're trying to be a detective of the situation. You're mostly trying to help people who were just clearly injured, because there was the numbers of people. You could see along the sidewalk the numbers of people who were there at the spot, and you would be there, and you could hear the camera person saying, "Oh my God," which is exactly the human reactions.
As we listen to this, I'm going to ask our director to gather for us. I know that we have a map of where these explosions happened, and I want to sort of, if we can, show that to people, because it very clearly shows you exactly where this is. If you look at the center of your screen, that sort of big square where it says finish line, that's the Boston Public Library. And on that one side of the library is Boylston Street. That is where the first explosion happened at 2:50. And then just literally it's a block away, or half a block up to Exeter, and then another half a block up between Exeter and Fairfield, still on Boylston Street, is where the second explosion occurred. Now, right there next to the library, to the left of the library, as you look at that screen, that's the Lenox Hotel. And down that street, which is Exeter Street, so you have the Mandarin Hotel, which is on Boylston Street, just beyond the second explosion. Then you have another, that was evacuated. On Exeter Street, which is down beyond the library, was another hotel that was evacuated. Then you look over across the street to Copley Square, where you see Copley Square. Then just south of that, on your screen, is the Copley Plaza Hotel, and that was in lockdown. The Copley Square area is where all the medical tapes are. So this gives you an idea of this
and
highly
here's that
active
video
scene.
again.
Yes, this is where this
scene.
happened. And the plume of smoke that occurred, and everybody...
But the intensity of the fireball just at the same time. There's that one runner that we've seen from another angle. He is down. And then as the cameraman just walks toward the event rather than running away from the event.
Just to hear the fear in people's voices, you can't even imagine what was going on.
It would be the last thing you would expect. You would not expect that this would have happened, so it would have been the startling factor is incredible.
And you wouldn't expect it from a number of standpoints. It's a family-friendly event. It's a fun day. There's a huge police presence, a huge security presence there anyway, and you know that they have done everything they could to take precautions to protect not only the runners but also the spectators. So to have something like this happen is even more disconcerting.
The photographer's first response, he just said, we've had an attack. So his immediate response was it was an attack. He wasn't focused on a gas line explosion or some form of accident. He himself labeled it an attack.